The Doll Shop is a big show that started at NC in 1930. There have been 24 Doll Shop productions since then. Right now you are seeing clips from many of them. They have changed a lot since they started. In the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, the orchestra teacher wrote all the music. Since the 1980s, we've used songs from musicals and more contemporary music. We've added a garage band. Do you have a band? See Mr. Armitage if you want to audition. There's an all-boys kazoo band, and we have a tap line. The early doll shop stories were all the same. Two little girls were shopping for dolls. The dolls would come alive and perform. At the end, they couldn't decide which dolls to buy, and so they bought all of the dolls. The doll shops produced since the 1980s have had more complicated plots. Most of the time, it's about a doll shop and its owner. One year, it was going to be leveled and turned into a mall. In 2002, the doll shop owner went crazy and made a device that sent his wife traveling through time. Another time, a huge doll company was going to buy it out and make it part of the Doll Mart chain. In the last show in 2014, the sleazy nephew of the doll shop owner tried to take it over and turn it into a Snuggie store. This year, the doll shop characters go on an adventure that takes them to doll shops in China, Russia, and Canada. And although the stories have changed a lot over the years, its purpose has not. This is an opportunity for you, all NC students and staff, to perform in a show on the NC stage.
Oh, hey there. My name's Carver Bain. You might know me from some of my hit roles, such as Elwood P. Dowd in Harvey, or Eugene in Grease, or even Leslie in Doll Shop 2014. As you know, Doll Shop is a time-honored tradition at North Central. There are lots of reasons to audition for Doll Shop, such as money, fame, power, but most importantly, being in a high school play is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You'll meet new friends, learn something about yourself, and you might even discover a lifelong passion. So take it from me, audition for Doll Shop, and you too could end up at an Ivy League school like Johns Hopkins. It's not? Cut the clip.
I'm Mr. Armitage, and this is personal. This is the part of this video where we answer the question, why should you try out for Doll Shop? Well, every time we do one of these, I make this big reason why you should do Doll Shop, and it's different this year. And as I said, it's personal. So I'm standing in front of a quilt that was made for me by Mrs. Tamura, a teacher who is over at Rogers now, and a graduate, Amy Morin Elliott, whose daughter Mackenzie was a student here a couple years ago, and they made this Doll Shop quilt that has all the old programs from a bunch of the old doll shops. So the whole thing about why you should be in Doll Shop and why it's personal is kind of a story. The reason we do Doll Shop, I think, is kind of a magic thing. And without going into a lot of detail, when I was very young, I was here, I started teaching here, and people were saying to me, what do you do? And I go, I'm the drama teacher at NC. Oh my God, are you going to do the Doll Shop? And what's that? I don't know. And I found out and people told me about it. And then Miss Pinkham, who founded the Doll Shops way back, I had met her once, she passed away. And it was just kind of a magical thing about how all of her stuff fell in my hands. These people who were cleaning out our house were in a play with me. And they said, hey, are you the drama teacher at North Central? And I said, yeah. And they go, we have this box of stuff about Doll Shop. And I went, and inside it were old programs and pictures and scripts, and it was like, ooh. So back in 1984, that was a omen to me that we should try to do the Doll Shop and bring it back. And so we did. Well, that was in 1984, and then the second one we did was in 1987. And I remember being at rehearsal. And you guys, doing the Doll Shop is a lot of work for me. You only have to rehearse once or twice a week. I'm there from 7 o'clock in the morning till like 8:30 at night. And I remember in the 87 Doll Shop, I was sitting there one day at rehearsal just exhausted and going, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? And the answer was right in front of me. I was looking at the stage, and these kids were rehearsing. They were working with a choreographer, and that was the answer. Because there in front of me were all of these kids who wouldn't have met each other, because if they hadn't been in Doll Shop, they wouldn't have met, because it brings kids from all different corners of our school together with all different backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. And there were kids who would not have met each other. There were kids who probably had not done any other activities. They weren't in plays, they didn't do sports. But then there were kids that did sports and did plays and liked to do everything. And there they all are, working together. And after a while, there they were on stage with teachers. We got a lot more teachers that got involved over the years. And so the answer is, to me, is why am I doing this? It's because North Central kids want to be in a show. And when we bring all these people together, it's something really, really wonderful. And so the reason I do it is for you, and I want you to be a part of it. So I guess, it's really personal, and it's my last one. And I have never said it quite this way. You should be in Doll Shop because you'll have friends, you'll meet stuff. But this time it's like, I want you. I want you to come and work with me. Doll Shop means a lot, and I am going to work through this at this moment right now. And all I want to say is it means a lot to me. It's been such an honor to be a part of the North Central fabric for 35 years, or I don't know how many years I've been here. It's been more than that. But we've been doing Doll Shop since 1984. And we want to make this last one really great. And we need all of you, so you're invited. I want you. It's personal. Come and work with me. So a big question you might have is, if everyone can participate, how can students who are in sports and who have jobs and who are very busy, how can they find time? Well, rehearsals are held at 7 o'clock in the morning and 3 different time slots after school until 8:30 in the evening. When you come to auditions, you need to know your schedule. You'll get an audition form that looks like this. This is not the actual form, it's just an example of what it looks like. You tell us what times you can rehearse. Different production numbers rehearse at different times. We look at what you can do and when you can rehearse, and we put you in the show. You just have to know your schedule, and you have to be responsible and show up on time. Yes, everyone has to audition. Many people stop right there and say, no, I'm not going to try out. I can't get in front of people. But a lot of people feel that way, and they try out anyway. The singing is done privately at the audition, and it's done in a very safe environment. It's a very easy experience. Don't let a little fear get in your way. You don't have to prepare anything, just show up. We teach you a song, and you sing alone with 3 of your friends. You read a little bit from the script, and then we teach you a very simple dance routine. It's really very easy. And regardless of how you do, everyone gets cast. If you show up, we'll put you in the show. The result is a huge, wonderful cast of between 200 and 350 people. You will have an absolute blast. Auditions are next week. You can come to any session. They start Tuesday and go through Friday. You can come at 3 until 6, or you can come from 7 until 9. Again, you don't have to prepare anything. If you are an accomplished singer, come to auditions on Thursday at 3 o'clock and bring sheet music, and we'll have an accompanist there for you. Please see Mr. Armitage if you want to do this. We will fit in callbacks on Friday. If you want to be on the stage crew, the interviews for that are Monday, February 27th after school in room 228. Just remember that it's not like the casting. In the casting, everybody gets in the show. There's not room for everybody in the crew, so there's a chance that you might not be chosen.